Hi again guys, as promised, here's your catch-up video. A few of you may have already seen the slideshows I did, just a quick little knock together of what I've done so far, because I haven't had time to do a proper video. As you've probably seen, the original wheels and tyres were rusted out. I think they were the original ones. The treads were great, but they just perished altogether. And as well, the original jockey wheel, it was only a 28mm jockey wheel and there was just no strength there whatsoever, and she was slipping. So my first concern was to get that changed, because if it did slip, it would go straight up into the hull and put a nice big hole in it and it wouldn't be waterproof anymore. So that's all been done. Whilst I was doing that, I had another project on the go and I wanted to get something started, so I had a jump pack. Put a jump pack on the engine to see what would happen. The old battery was totally dead. Obviously, I think that was also the original or from the early 90s. So we put a jump pack onto the starter down by there and we had movement. She turned over, we had a little bit of compression. So bought a new spark plug, dropped some new fuel in just to the lines, and she did start. So I was very happy that day. As you can see in the corner over there, I started putting a bit of a fuse box in there, because these originals only came with one 25 amp fuse to cover everything. I'm a bit more anal when it comes to fuses. I like to have everything fused so it's safe. Not the prettiest at the moment, but it was just done to get it started and get it running. You can see over there I've got a new Lucas starter solenoid. It turns out when they were trying to get it started over the years, most of the original Argo wiring is white or black, no proper colour coding, and at some point in its life someone's crossed most of the lives and neutrals. Luckily the starter was okay. The voltage rectifier or basic alternator, whatever you want to call it, that still pushes some power out, but the solenoid was totally dead. So we put a new one of those on there, cut off switch, and we've got power, and she does start now on the button. You can probably see a couple of extra cables over by the ignition barrel. The ignition barrel has failed, but it is giving power back out, so I've put a couple of secondary switches in there just to start the engine. Don't know if you notice as well, I've also got a external fuel pump fitted. That was something that was done in the mid-80s according to the previous owner. So that's just used if the Argo's been off for a long time, just to prime it through, because these impulse fuel pumps can die with age. So everything's original so far apart from the two buttons, but they don't look too bad. So that's you all caught up. So my next project, I'm going to get some lights on it, because I don't like putting a trailer board on every time. It does tend to whip around, and obviously with the design of the trailer, you've got the 2.5 foot ramps which drop down. Obviously I haven't taken it off the trailer yet, because all, well, 7 tyres are perished. Only one actually holds there well, and the problems with the chains being rusted out. So for now it's living on this trailer, but it's safe, it's easier to move, and then once we get close enough we'll investigate the tyres and get the drivetrain moving and take it off the trailer. What I've been told by the previous owner, to take it off the trailer, you unhook it from the car and reverse it straight off. So the front of the trailer goes straight up in the air, the back drops to the ground, so we can't put lights on the trailer because they'll only last a few seconds. That could be as well why the original jockey wheel had failed, so we'll look at putting a couple of extra bars or something to drop down to soften the blow, not to kill the new jockey wheel. But that's about it so far. So the next job, like I said, put some rear lights on it, and I put a 12N plug on the front over here somewhere, just so I can hook it up, because my end game, the end plan for this, I'm going to have it road legal. Something that has been done over the years, isn't that common, but if I can do it, it'll just be something a bit more extra and I can go spinning around with it. So I'll need backlights, indicators, brakes, things like that, so I might as well put them in now, and it'll save me a job in the future. Right guys, until next time, stay safe, look after yourselves, and hopefully you can catch on my videos soon. Bye for now.